Yo, hobby friends, King NASCAR here, and as you can tell by my voice, I have been Ronified. I picked up the freaking coronavirus, COVID, at the National Sports Collectors Convention, hashtag NSCC Rona. So that has been no fun, my absolute worst pickup of the show by far. But what I wanted to talk to you about today was this picture that you see. It turns out that Brian Bozworth was signing autographs this year at the National. This was his first time ever to come to the National and sign autographs. So I thought that was cool. I said, well, he's coming. I've got this picture that I want to get him to sign that I'm going to talk about. And it was a great experience. So a little background on what's going on here. Back in 2015, Bo Jackson had a charity event for the tornado victims of Alabama called Bo Bikes Bama, and he had several celebrities there. He had King Griffey Jr., of course he was there, Brian Bozworth was there, several other people were there. It was fun. I mean, it was just a fun day. You go out, ride your bike 63 miles, come back and eat a lot of food. It was a really fun time. However, during this ride, I had an issue. My friend Tim and I, we were riding with Brian Bosworth, talking with him. It was really cool to actually ride with this man. And during the ride, we were like 16 miles out from the finish. And we were in a turn. My road bike, I ran over something apparently, had an immediate blowout of the tire. It shot me off into the grass. And any of you guys who ride bikes know that, I have the clip pedals, I clip in, that you get a lot better pedal stroke, a lot more power when you're clipped in. So anyway, with that being said, I'm in the grass. I'm starting to unclip. I'm slowing the bike down because we are going downhill, right? So I'm thinking, man, I got this thing saved. No problem. No big deal. Wrong. As I'm coming down through there's this big rock that's in the middle of the grass. I hit the rock. It flipped me over back onto the pavement of the road. It knocked me out for maybe, I think it was probably less than a minute. Like I said, it hit my head, skinned me up, had really bad road rash. To date, before and after, this is the worst bike wreck I've ever had. I don't have very many, but it seems like when I do, they're not pretty. So I had a really bad bike wreck. So anyway, I get up, I'm all woozy, I don't know what's going on. Brian Bosworth standing there helping me. My buddy Tim's standing there helping me. And I get up and I look and I'm like all bloody. My leg's bloody. My left arm is bloody. There's a big old gash. Well, at the time I didn't know there's a big old gash on my helmet because I never took it off. But it turned out when I got back it did. But anyway, I got up and, they gave me some water. I guess I felt okay. And Bosworth looks at me, and I could never remember all these years exactly what he said. I thought he said something like, show your guns or something like that. So when I took this picture up to him, I asked him, I said, hey man, do you remember anything about this? He goes, I remember this whole thing, man. This was, I'm sorry you got hurt, but it was a heck of a day. And I said, yeah, it was. And I said, what did you say? Did you say, show your guns? He goes, no, I said, guns are popping. I went, oh, okay, that's it. I remember now. So this is a picture right after I got up, and man, I was still woozy. I don't really remember a whole lot about this. I vaguely remember it. And he's telling you guns are popping. So, flexed my arm. But as you can see with this picture, I'll zoom in here a little bit. As you can see, I was pretty tore up. I mean, I was hurting. And my leg, you can't see my leg down there. My leg was the same. It looked just like this. My jersey was torn back in the back. You really can't see that either. You can see that little dimple right there in my helmet up there. This picture does not do it justice. A side view shows it pretty much caved in. So I would have to say that the helmet definitely saved my life that day, or at least saved me from traumatic injury. So we ended up, after the wreck, we still had 16 miles to go, right? So I got back on my bike. My buddy Tim fixed my flat, and we were back on our way, and I ended up finishing the ride with Brian Bozworth. So like I said, he autographed this for me. I was really pleased to get this done. Like I said, it's a good memory, but it's also a bad memory. But it's a day that I will never forget. So kudos to you, Brian Bozworth, for helping me that day. And it was fun to meet you at the National. And that's really about it. And like I said, it was a crazy, crazy time. I was I remember Bosworth saying, "Hey, one of the things I remember was you broke your little computer that was on your bike. That was my Garmin." And yeah, I didn't really break my Garmin, but the holder that holds the Garmin on my bike broke and snapped. And luckily I had it tethered and it didn't go anywhere. But that was a day that I will never forget. And like I said, I just want to get this done. It's so funny because, like I say, he broke Guns A-Poppin' and Brian Bosworth on here. So just want to share that with you guys. It was, like I said, it was a fun day, but it was also not such a fun day. So with that, I guess I will let you guys go back to your day or night. And I appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe if you care to do so. And I would appreciate that. And I will check you later.